Good day, everyone. My name is Edith, and I want to talk to you about a little bit about myself. During this conversation, wow, this monologue, I would say, you're going to see me looking that side, that side, that side, looking at the screen. Welcome to my world. That's how I function in life. This is how, for now, this is who I am. That's my way to follow the energies. I'm very, very conscious of energies. And for me, that's a capacity that I'm using with myself and with others. And this is what changed the quality of my life as well, because I learned to live my life from energies. And every choice we make creates an energy. It can create something, an energy that is heavy, that is really, that opens up, that is very expansive, that can create an energy of joy, that can create an energy of contraction, or that can create an energy of lightness, fluidity, movement. So I discovered in my life in the past that I have this capacity, these intuitive capacities, and that I was probably functioning all my life from this capacity without knowing. And when we're not aware how aware we are, it becomes for a lot of people an incapacity because we become aware. We are aware of energies and we feel a certain way. And if we're not aware that it's our level of energy, our capacity to to be aware of energies, we think that we feel this way when we are with other people, we are in an environment, or even when we're alone with ourselves. Sometimes we can perceive the energy of someone in Timbuktu or in another country, or someone in the same room as you are. So for me, developing this capacity, well, developing, it was there in me, but becoming aware of my capacity to be with energies or to perceive energies and asking questions, communicating with these energies, allow me to really become the facilitator that I am, and to help people who are very aware of energies, but sometimes they're not aware that they are so aware of their energies. So I help them. I contribute in their life for them to become aware of this. And how I do this? By asking questions, because that's the way, that's the door to open for people to become aware of this. So I learned in life to ask questions to the universe, and I learned that in life, wherever I am, there's consciousness wherever I am. And by asking question, it's for me. And when I don't have any point of view, when I am in that space where it will be what it will be, what I receive, I will receive the guidance that I am looking for. And this is something that became for me a way of living my life. I do this with my body because our body is the same. Our body knows what to eat, what to drink, what clothes to put on, to wear. It can be even for ladies or men too, lipstick, and everything that is about supplements, our body knows. So I really transform my relationship with food completely. I was eating like so much food. Why? Because I was using food to try to stop my level of awareness. I was not aware of that at the time, but I knew that, you know, food is magic in that sense. It can create sensation. So that was a way for me to not be in relationship with what was inside of me. It's so interesting. I thought that I would speak about something else, but yeah, that's how it is. And that's how I facilitate what life brought me to in a space where I had to go deeper with myself. And because no matter action I was taking, the result were not there anymore. And of course, at the time, I was asking questions to, okay, what is the next step in my life? And I received the nervous system and the brain. And I became aware that this nervous system, that was creating this almost continuous contraction with myself in relationship. because I had a great life, I have to say. I was teaching, I was traveling around the world, teaching classes in French. But I finally realized in March 2020, when it happens on the planet, that for me, I said, okay, I live my life from energies right now. Starting from that time, I was not aware that my life I will go through all this. I have to say, the last 6 years have been very challenging for me because my way of functioning was not functioning anymore. And I realized over the years that I was becoming more and more because I asked the universe before to become a greater version of me. And I could not function the same way as the being that I really am. I was functioning from the survival mode, even if I was following, I was asking questions, following the energy of greater possibilities. I realized that I was not including myself. I was not including my nervous system into this. Because for me, I thought that by following the greater energy, the energy, the greatest, and the whatever was light, yes, it created a better quality of life, but it was not enough. It was not enough for me. So I had to, uh, and I thought that for me, I learned as a coach, take action in life and you will get the result you want. But I realized that what was required of me was not taking masculine action. Masculine action is about taking action and see the result outside in our lives. And I learned to take action, feminine action. And what are feminine action? It's about taking action to take care of that would change something inside. I needed to take care of this. And for me, it was about taking care of this humanity, the other side of me. Because I am an infinite being, of course, we all are. And at the same time, there is this human, the survival mode that is there in me. And I think from everything that I learned, it's part of the most precious learning that I learned. This relationship with myself and these parts of me. I learned to communicate with the energies that are in me. I learned to communicate with the survival, because in the survival mode, there's an intelligence that is there to make sure that we stay protected and we control to make sure that we survive. And it's not, I learned that it's not by, yeah, but this is not what I want, or it's not the way. It's not the way. It's not by forcing ourselves. For me, anyway, that's how it was. Maybe for you, it still works for you. For me, it didn't work because I realized that when I was like, and this is taught in this reality a lot, push yourself. You're afraid, just do it. That's great for some people. But for me, it was just about re traumatizing my nervous system again. So by continuing of asking questions during these 6 years, I found MAP. And with MAP, I learned to communicate with my subconscious slash superconscious, that my unconscious was very, how can I say, very contracted. That's why I was contracted in life, because in my unconscious, there are many things that I needed to look at, that I needed to neutralize. And today I have to say, by using MAP and neutralizing this thing, and what I realize is that being safe, I learned before that being safe was about following the knowing in ourselves. But if we don't include all of us, I found myself being so contracted. So by now, for me, it's about learning the other side of this being safe. It's about my system. Communicate with these energies that are there, letting go of that performance, because I was a performer. I loved it. I was thriving on performance and results, but that was not the quality of life that I wanted. So I learned before these 6 years, of course, to ask questions, follow the energy, follow the greater energies, and I include in the last 6 years, including my nervous system. I learned to live my life more from the infinite being that I am, because I realized I could not function from the way that I was before. It was not the same as functioning as the infinite being that I am. So it was a great learning curve. Not always easy and not always fun, I have to say at the time. But now I am so happy that I allow myself to follow the energy of what was required. A lot of patience, a lot of letting go of what I thought success was and how I would attain the success. And I have to say today, I feel more free of all that. And lately, I have to say this week, I realized that the struggling, I have to function, I'm learning to function not from struggling from, but more about what is possible. But not what is possible from, let's go, let's do this, but just, hey, the energy is there. Let's choose this. It's like doing this video this morning. I was asking, what is possible? Is the energy there for me to create a video? Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. I go with it. I don't have as much resistance or reaction to follow the energy that is required for me to create my life. And I have to say, there's more peace in me. There's more wisdom, I would say, because I made the work at the unconscious level. And thanks to my superconscious, I could do all these um, sessions. I could do these, and every session allow me, the way that I do it with MAP is that the superconscious guides me, and I give the superconscious the procedure for the superconscious to free what is keep me in that kind of contraction or that kind of stress or that kind of whatever significance I gave to someone, or the importance, the attachment that I had for something. The superconscious helped me doing this work. This is, for me, so much easier to work this way and to work with people. And I learn when I work with myself and with people to talk with their parts, with the energies that are there in them, and to communicate with them for them to free them, because we, consciously or unconsciously, we gave them a role. And the more we talk with them, the more we allow them to express themselves, it's easier after that for the superconscious to let it goes faster, I would say, for the superconscious to do the work, to undo. We all have that inside of us. For me, that's a genius that we have all inside of us. And the first time, and still today, I am so in gratitude to know that I have this presence in me that can do the work for me. And that's what I invite you to. If this is something, if you see yourself living this and being in a space where you don't know where you're going, maybe that's a great sign first. But you would like to have more clarity with yourself, develop a different level of relationship with yourself, because I was very hard and severe with myself. It was all about result outside. I had to let go of this, because for the being, of course, the results are there, but it's not the same kind of energy. It's not the same kind of motivation. It's not, we follow the energy of what is possible. Much less stress, much more allowance, much more enjoyment, I would say. And yeah, I prefer this version of me right now than the version that I was before. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I offer map session, individual map sessions, a package if you want to. Or I will start in August these group map sessions where we'll go and explore first what is inside of you. Because what I realize is just clearing or neutralizing things in us, for me, it's not enough. I do these sessions, there's always at the beginning an exploration of what is inside of us. Because I have to say, I spend tens of thousands of dollars for classes. And often the greater gift for me, the greatest gift was to become aware of the energies that were there in me, the dynamics that was there, because I can take this and bring this into my life. I can include this into my life. So these group sessions will be about that too. So if you are interested, I will put down this video, the link on my website if you're interested in that. Thank you for listening. If you listen until the end, thank you for staying with me. And I wish one day that I will meet you. Oh, bye.